Get ready to be amazed. I'm about to take you on a thrilling ride as I reveal some of the most incredible moments caught on camera. So, from insane stunts to exhilarating encounters, let's dive right into it. A quick warning, some of these clips might leave you shocked. Number 1, Chernobyl, a green paradise. What do you imagine when you think of Chernobyl? A post-apocalyptic wasteland, right? Well, guess what? You're wrong. Take a look at this incredible footage. Chernobyl has become a green paradise, representing the third largest nature reserve in mainland Europe, with plenty of wildlife flourishing in the dense forest. And it's only going to get bigger. Soon, there will be impenetrable jungle, serving as a haven for a variety of animals, all roaming around in the forgotten city. Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Nevertheless, it still doesn't change the fact how eerie it would be to spend a night here. I mean, just look at all these abandoned buildings and apartments. It's insane how this was once a busy city with more than 50,000 residents. Number 2, Mesmerizing light show. We're living in a cyberpunk world, people. Look at this incredible drone footage of the Dragon Boat show in China. That's 1,500 drones, all flying together to form a mesmerizing dragon. And looking awesome is one thing, but making sure each drone functions perfectly must have been a huge challenge. Number 3, glorious nature. I have no words. This is magical. Just imagine being in the middle of the ocean and seeing the glorious creature breach, putting on a magnificent show. And I'm sure you can tell, but the animal you're seeing in the clip is a humpback whale, one of the largest animals in the entire world. And since we are talking about incredible moments, let's have a look at something other than drones as well. Number 4, the iconic DC10. What an incredible aviation moment, folks. Look at this DC10 tanker in action. It's taking on a challenging fire in the Silverado Canyon, and the pilot could not have been any smoother. The entry, dive, and pickup were all so perfect. 10 out of 10 execution right there. Number 5, a bit too close. I would lose my mind if an orca ever got this close to me. I mean, these things are notorious for taking on great whites. But hey, at least this guy is safe from those monsters, right? It's a bit too close for comfort, though. I bet the diver probably thought it was over for him. But here's an interesting fact. Orcas rarely attack humans. They're actually curious creatures that love interacting. Number 6, SpaceX XBrilliance. This is it, people. You're looking at the future of space travel. And just to give you some perspective, that's the Super Heavy rocket. It's as long as an 18-story building, and the fact that engineers over at SpaceX were able to bring it back after a launch and use some mechanical arms to catch it is just out of this world. Can't wait to see Elon do his awkward happy dance. Number 7, real-life Superman. It's about to get intense. See the man in the yellow shirt? He's a real hero. He's just looking around when he spots a toddler climbing out of the window. You can even see the moment his spidey senses kick in. He goes into action mode and positions himself perfectly to catch the toddler. This guy deserves to be recognized and awarded for his bravery. Number 8, movie set or real. Never in a million years did I think we'd be seeing this. That's an actual submarine in the middle of the street. Eep! It pushed through all the concrete and broke free, damaging the entire road and a nearby car. But hold up a second, is this real or some sort of a movie set? I have no idea, but I gotta say, it's definitely a crazy sight. Number 9, luckiest diver ever. You're looking at the luckiest diver ever. Not only did they get to see not one, but 2 massive humpback whales up close and personal. That must be so cool. I mean, just think about how badass they must have felt while telling their friends, "Hey guys, guess who I just met today? The humpback whales." Number 10, deal with it. How would you feel if this happened to you? Honestly, I'd be stoked. And sure, I get the fact that that's easily a $2,000 camera right there, but what are you possibly going to do about it? I mean, that's a lioness right there. And judging from her body language, that's a clear deal with it statement. I bet it was a crazy photograph though. Number 11, dominoes. Maybe being forklift certified is not so good. Those racks went off like dominoes. But who's really at fault here? Because from the looks of it, it seems to me that those racks were held together by thoughts and prayers. The forklift barely grazed it, and they went crashing down. But in one way or the other, this guy did give the phrase "buried in your work" a whole new meaning. I'm not sure, but this was probably the tipping point of his career. Number 12. A literal fireball. Imagine you're driving down the highway at night when you see the sky turn bright red. What is it? An Autobot? An alien spaceship? Or how about a massive fireball? A nearby observatory confirmed it was a massive meteor fireball that lit up the skies of Perth. Believe it or not, it was confirmed that the meteorite entered the atmosphere at crazy speeds of 20 kilometers per second. Number 13. Over and out. Now that's just showing off. There was absolutely no need to pull off such a sick stunt in front of these climbers. I guess it was the pilot's way of saying good luck. Number 14. The Silent Guardian. Not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need. This is why I love dogs. Look at this German Shepherd. He's the goodest boy in the neighborhood, making sure everyone's always safe, especially the kids. Watch how he tenses up as he sees a couple of kids walk by. But there's something else going on here. The German Shepherd suddenly jumps and prevents a second dog from biting one of the kids. What an incredible story of courage, companionship, and loyalty. Number 15. The legendary B2. Get ready for a magic trick. For those of you who don't know, this is the legendary B2, the most successful and dangerous bomber on the entire planet, and you're about to see why it's so feared. Witness the moment this beast of a craft completely disappears into the horizon. It's like it's not even there. And before I move on to the next amazing moment, here's a cool fact about the B2. Believe it or not, it's never been detected on an enemy radar. Number 16. What a morning. What a beautiful morning, right? Must be so amazing waking up in the wilderness of Africa. Unless you have an unexpected visitor. And trust me, that chicken wire isn't going to do anything. That's a grown lion who could easily rip through anything and get inside. And did you hear that growl? What a nightmare. Nevertheless, it's an incredible moment seeing this marvelous beast up close. Number 17. Crazy reflexes. This clip blows me away every single time. Just imagine the reflexes needed to pull off a save like this. He was completely blind going into that turn, but his reaction was instant. Who is this guy? It's like he's living in slow motion. Number 18. Careful with the cord. Check this out, guys. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, made out of Jenga. This must have taken weeks or even months to build. And is it just me, or is the cord also giving you anxiety? It'd be a shame if he knocked it over. Oh well. And the worst part is how it was a contender for the world record of the largest Jenga tower ever built. But I'm guessing the reporter actually broke the record before Guinness even got there. Number 19. Incredible low pass. What were they expecting? They wanted a low pass, and they got one. But I'm not talking about the first jet. No, sir. Wait till you see the second jet cruise by. And if anyone ever wants an extravagant haircut, this is the place to be. It's an incredibly low pass, as the F-16 flies just inches over these spectators. A word of advice: don't invite your tall friend to these events. Number 20. Trucks without brakes. No one wants to be driving a truck, and all of a sudden, the brakes fail. Just watch how incredibly this truck driver saved the truck from causing a big accident. Marvelous. Number 21. Don't mess with wild horses. Croc versus wild horse. Who'd win? I know it's tempting to say Croc, but I think you're forgetting just how strong horses are. One kick is all it would take to break a human leg. What a hit! This Croc literally got the daylight stomped out of him, and if I saw this from that close, I'd probably get out of there fast. That horse is wild, and ain't no way I'm going anywhere near it. Number 22. Ross Chastain's incredible move. Illegal or not, that move was fire. I've only seen this happening in video games, but that was crazy. It's Ross Chastain behind the wheel. He's out of the race and needs a good finish to keep his title hopes alive. But as the race heads into the final turn, chances are slim for Ross. That is, until he pulls out a crazy move straight out of a video game. He hits the gas, driving straight into the wall and using the curve to finish ahead of the competition. Believe it or not, NASCAR actually had to ban this move. Number 23. Demolition gone wrong. Controlled demolition is so cool. I think it's incredible how experts are able to bring down a building with such precision. But it doesn't always work out like that. Don't believe me? Just look at this chimney. It was supposed to fall to the left, but instead, it ended up tipping right. I guess there's going to be no train coming in for a couple of days. Number 24. Bridge down. I sure hope there was no one on that bridge. And it's crazy how all it would take is like 30 seconds to bring an entire bridge down. Here's what happened though. The cargo ship lost power, and because of the current, the ship started flowing towards the bridge. The captain tried everything to stop the ship, but it just wasn't his day. The cargo ship went straight into the Baltimore Bridge, knocking it all down in a matter of seconds. Number 25. The ultimate rescue. This footage is guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. In fact, I think humans are the happiest when they're helping out. This poor elephant baby got trapped in a ditch, and after several days, local wildlife workers finally intervened. They had to use a digger to lift the wild elephant out of the ditch. And check out the incredible moment of gratitude when all the other elephants thank the humans. It's crazy how we underestimate how smart these glorious creatures are. Number 26. Heroic farmer saves his land. What do you do when all hope fails and no one can help you? Simple. You take matters into your own hands. Like this farmer here. There's a massive fire on his farm, and if he doesn't act fast, he risks losing everything. Instead of waiting around for the authorities to show up, he hops on a tractor and gets to work. But here's the incredible twist. This wasn't even his farm. It was his neighbor's farm. And when asked why he did it, the man had a simple answer. You help your neighbors when they need it. Number 27. Second largest diamond in the world. I don't blame you, Mr. President. I'd react the same way. What a moment, though. Imagine how he must have felt holding the second largest diamond in the world. And I just love his expressions. But let's hope they put this diamond to good use. Just how big is it? Well, how does a 24.92 carat diamond sound? Extravagant, right? But this is Botswana. It's perhaps the only African country that's doing exceptionally well in terms of wealth, stability, and growth. So, rest assured, this diamond is in good hands. Number 28. Work comes first. This is what dedication looks like, folks. Their team is playing in the semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. They're just one penalty away from securing a place in the final. But when duty calls, firefighters always show up. Check out the incredible moment these badass men drop everything and roll out to save the day. And what impresses me the most is not one person stood around to take a peek. It's like the final meant nothing to them. I have only one word to describe these guys. Hero. Number 29. Ship cracks in half. Imagine being the captain of this ship. Mayday, mayday, mayday. My ship just cracked in half. And frankly speaking, those waves weren't even that big. I think this poor vessel has outlived its service. And in all fairness, judging from how it looks, that thing was meant to crack in half. Also, who in the world approved the inspection? But yeah, if you know a thing or two about ships, this is why sailors scrap perfectly normal-looking ships. Oh, and I did some digging around. This ship was 46 years old at the time of the incident. Number 30. Real-life cartoon. This has to be God playing a prank. I mean, it fell directly on him, and I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I don't think this is the first time this has happened. Both the man and dog were too calm. Legend has it, this guy is still on the same sofa, covered in all the drywall, waiting for his beer to finish. It's incredible this was caught on camera. Number 31. Spider Kitty. What a way to use one of your 9 lives. And I feel really bad for this poor kitty. It must have been so terrified in the fire. But have a closer look. Right before it leaps, you can see it carefully assessing, calculating, and planning the big jump. And bam! Such a perfect execution. And you can see how it bounces like a spring right after impact. Plus, you gotta hand it to the cameraman. That was some clean footage. Normally, people would freak out if they saw a cat jump like that, but my guy had stable hands and made sure to capture the incredible moment on camera. Number 32. Poetry in motion, timed to perfection. What a jump. Look at this Bobcat clear an entire stream in just one jump. Oh, and it looked pretty upset, getting his back paws all wet. I figure with a proper running start, he would have cleared it without even using the rock. But it's just incredible to see how these stunning creatures can do so much. It's like this chunky dude has perfected flight. And we often take moments like these for granted, but we're privileged we get to share the world with such animals. Number 33, the elephant whisperer. I'm jealous, guys. I wish that was me. Imagine how badass it'd be to have an entire herd of elephants come running to greet you. Here's a bit of a backstory. These elephants were raised by this man who happened to be away for a whole 14 months. And when these magnificent giants finally saw him back, it was a beautiful reunion. I also love how the elephants are so gentle with him, trying their best to not hurt him. I swear, these animals are much smarter than we think. Number 34, Wicked Crash. This isn't a scene out of a Hollywood movie, folks. This actually happened in Venice. This out-of-control cruise ship is heading straight for the dock, and the reason why I said it isn't a movie scene is because I've seen similar things way too many times. Look at how all the tourists are running for their lives as this colossal vessel floats right at them. But I'm super impressed. That dock surprisingly held together quite well. I was imagining some serious damage, but it just took a scratch, and that's it. Number 35. Is that a coup? Check out those moves. They're so mesmerizing, they could even inspire a coup. Wait, what's that going on in the background? Well, folks, that's an actual coup, and this fitness instructor accidentally captured it all on camera. But this is the definition of moves that could kill, and I'm just trying to figure out what everyone in the coup was thinking. I wonder if they started thinking the captain arranged a special coup cheerleader to keep spirits high. Plot twist, she's the one behind the coup and can't contain her excitement. Number 36. Massive fall in shores. As someone who doesn't climb, this never happens to me, and I don't think it ever will, cause ain't no way I'm ever doing it. I mean, that looks super dangerous, and you can actually see when it all happens. Take a look at his forearms. Notice how they start wiggling like crazy before giving in, and that's when it happens. The climber goes crashing down, but as horrifying as it may be, it's incredible. I can't believe how humans are capable of such amazing thing. Number 37. World record. This is what I call a daredevil's true dream. After several months of preparation, it's his time to shine. This guy right here is attempting to break the world record for the longest ski jump ever. So, what do you think? Will he make it or not? You bet he will. Watch the incredible moment Ryoyu Kobayashi breaks the world record, covering a massive 291 meters with just one jump. The behind the scenes is crazy though. I mean, just look at the tremendous amount of work it took for just a 10-second long jump. Absolutely incredible. Number 38. Snow landing. How do you land a plane without wheels? You bring her in nice and slow, like this pilot here. For a plane with no wheels, that sure as heck was a smooth landing. And in theory, it's really hard to imagine how this would work. I mean, just one tiny bump or rock and everything could go wrong. Also, are you thinking what I'm thinking? How in the world does this plane even take off? The same way. Oh, and by the way, this is a series. Those things are famous for these types of landings. Number 39. Unusual race. This is a thing? Why did I not know of this earlier? Well, it looks like I just found my new favorite sport. But how cool is this? Imagine showing this clip to someone from the 1900s. They'd never believe this would be a real sport someday. Heck, they wouldn't even believe you if you told them humans would fly in the future. But yeah, it's amazing to see how far we've come and what we can do now with all this crazy tech. They should have some obstacles too. That would make the race so much more interesting. Number 40. SpaceX Starlink. This isn't a UFO. It's not a plane either. It's none other than Elon Musk's Starlink launch. I swear, it looks like an alien craft out of a sci-fi movie. The amount of engineering and precision needed to execute something like this must be off the charts. Oh, and imagine not knowing what this is. You'd ring up 911 in no time, telling them you probably just saw a UFO. But it's truly incredible how SpaceX is transforming space exploration and travel right in front of our eyes. Let's see what they can do in the future. Number 41. Super Hornets in action. I bet you've never seen something like this. It's a fighter jet cruising through the skyline of Brisbane, and it'd be crazy watching this in real life. Imagine hearing the thunderous roar of the Super Hornet's engine, packed with visuals of the pilot's insane maneuvering. That is, without a doubt, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, And even though it looks like a piece of cake, trust me, those pilots are eating at least 5 to 7 Gs of force. Number 42. Tiger attack. Things are about to get intense. If you weren't already blown away with all the clips, I guarantee this one is going to rock you. And what does this guide even think? Can he really scare off a grown tiger with just a stick? Thank God the footage is cut short. I do not want to see what happens next. The ferocity of the tiger is just insane. Oh, and here's a fun fact about tigers. Did you know their roars can literally paralyze humans? Yep, if you were to hear a grown tiger roar in front of you, your body would freeze up. Number 43. Mega Beast. Meet Henry, the oldest crocodile in the world. Any guesses on how old he is? 20, 50, 100? Nope. Henry the Croc is a staggering 120 years old. You heard that right. He's probably older than any human on Earth, and that also explains why he's so big.
And weighs a whopping 700 kilos.
But you know what freaks me out the most? How close this reporter is, and how he just called Henry a safe zone. Safe zone by what standards? That thing could rip anyone into shreds. Number 44. Mission Impossible. It's an ordinary day on the road, but this truck driver is about to run into something super unexpected. After spotting police lights in his rearview camera, he decides to switch lanes. And that's when he learns the police are chasing this perp. They're having a hard time trying to get him to slow down until the truck driver finally comes up with a plan. He pulls off a Mission Impossible level stunt as he helps the police, boxing in the perp, with the entire scene looking like a Fast and Furious movie. And the fact that it's an 18-wheeler just makes it so much more impressive. Number 45. What a vacation. Sirs, can you please take this somewhere else? I'm just here to enjoy my vacation. Also, who thought it'd be a good idea to make a resort right next to a hippo enclosure? But damn, it's incredible seeing these monstrous beasts in action. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. So, what do you think? How did you find these mind-blowing moments? And have you ever witnessed an incredible moment of your own? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos in the future.